I guess I can try letting Meowth do this. Okay, let's see. Will a bite just flat kill it? It shouldn't, right? Good. Okay, that's what I want to see. Yeah, a lot of the flying types are like flying normal, so it's kind of cool if that is pure flying. Like, I like its moveset. I still haven't... I've been on the lookout for a really powerful trade poke. And I've watched a lot of my... I haven't watched anybody yet, but a lot of the speedrunners that I've been keeping an eye on are already working on their speed routing. I'm still taking my time. Okay, I think Meowth evolves here. So I think we're saying goodbye to Meowth. Nope, never mind. They're sculpted from clay in ancient times. No one knows why, but some of them are driven to continually line up boulders. Neat. I can't remember when Meowth evolves into Persian. I thought it was right there. What is that? Oh, okay, that's that. Okay. Well, based off of what I saw of its Evo, it looks like its evolution is, probably Flying Steel. So I'm not surprised that it's gonna lose speed. Okay, there's Jupiter. Yeah, I know people were very, like, upset about the, reduction in the national decks. I haven't seen any lack of variety, though. Forms a water bubble at the rear of its body, and then covers its head with it. Meeting another Jupiter means comparing water bubble sizes. Oh, hey, cool. Jupiter have EP in his checks. What is this? Is this just a Pikachu? That's just a Pikachu. Let's see. Grab a Frillish. Yeah, like, variety has been incredibly high as I've been going along. Like, it's not like every single bush has had unique Pokemon, but there's been a lot of different Pokemon available to me extremely early, which I really like. No, you bastard! I just got you down to catchable. You jerk. Don't do that again. Attack me. Cool. Just sit right there and get in the row. Click. Okay. Good. Good, good. I mean, the game is extremely large, as far as I've seen. It has a lot of shit in it. So, just because of the limitation they were avoiding may not be pokes. They might have been avoiding things like draw distance. That's a ball toy? Okay. Like, honestly, y'all are reading way too much into shit, and y'all are blaming shit on people that you shouldn't be doing. Like, it has reached Pokemon conspiracy theory at this point. Yeah, they do that all the time. There's always Pokemon that are not available in the game at the start. Usually they're event onlys. Again, Pokemon conspiracy theory. It's actually starting to get annoying, I'll be honest. Like, I'm not saying I'm annoyed with you, but it is annoying the level of conspiracy theory that people are going on about this game. They might just be data. They might have looked and said, we're just not putting these in. Leave it be. Seriously, y'all just want to be pissed about something. Unpheasant are exceptional flyers. The females are known for their stamina, while the males outclass them in terms of speed. Well, don't spoil. Don't explain. I don't need you to explain, because I don't care. Okay, Unpheasant is getting out of my thing here. Okay, so 264. 285. 44, so that's going to go there. Where are you going? 292. Okay. Like, seriously, not to really, like, open it up after I've already said that I don't want to open it up, but I feel like I am the only person on the planet right now who is just happy there's a new game and I'm enjoying it. Like, everybody seems to just want to be pissed. Which I think is just fucking stupid. Does everything else belong here? No. Yeah, every company handles this shit poorly. It's not new. But, like, the statement there, if they make the statement of avoiding limitations, and then everybody's immediately like, but this, that, and the other thing. You didn't make the game. You don't know what the limitations they were talking about are. They might be, it's very possible they are being perfectly legitimate with their statement, and you're reading too much into it and basically being an asshole, you know? Like, it is very possible that they have been 100% truthful with you. What's the caution for? Like, what do you have to be cautious about? Again, conspiracy theory. What are you being cautious about? What is there to be cautious about? They have given you a very good game that is also done very well, as far as I can tell. Like, I have very few complaints about this game, and most of my complaints are shit like Pokemon having really trolly, wild movesets, not being allowed to catch some shit, which actually only just came up. This is actually the first time I've been bothered by it. What do you mean, very strong suggest? It hasn't happened, so don't accuse them of shit they haven't done. Nice, good catch. But you're watching with caution. And you just said there's a strong suggestion of. So you are suggesting it exists, which is just as good as accusing. Like, just because you're saying you are not doing it doesn't mean you're not doing it. You are planting the seed of suspicion in people's minds, and you have no evidence of it. All you know is that shit exists in the game. You know what also can exist? It could also exist they're all in here and they're going to come out later. But you didn't say that. You said the suspicious thing. You are planting a rumor of shit that doesn't exist. Or at least as far as I'm aware doesn't exist. You are automatically being negative. No, that's another core key. Anything else? Pretty sure you know what? I'm going to try the sigil lift real quick, but I'm reasonably certain it's higher level than I can catch. No, hey, I catch something. Okay, Jack, we'll see you later. You're allowed to feel whatever you feel like, and I'm outright saying that you are acting like a person who is spreading a conspiracy theory. Because you are outright spreading a theory about a conspiracy that you have no evidence of. It might not be test data. Like, that's not... God damn it, roll in. No, it didn't roll in. Cool. It might not be test data. They might have started programming them in and then went, you know what? We've decided we're not putting all these extra Pokemon in. That would make perfect sense. Yeah, let's go to Squire. Like, what bugs me about it is that, and this is not just you, like, this is just kind of a general thing. What bugs me about it is that people see evidence of something they don't like, and instead of assuming good, they assume bad. And it's a fairly constant thing that's been going on right now. And it's just like, no one errs on the side of good. They always err on the side of bad. So it doesn't matter how good this game may be. They see something they don't like, and they immediately go, oh, well, this game must be trying to pull something. It's like, it doesn't have to be. Okay, Psychic Power allows this Pokemon to fly. Some say they were the Guardians of Ancient City, others say they were Guardians Emissaries. I love the design of Sigilith. I'll probably never use one, but I love their design. That's a Baltoy. I don't need that. So what I'm trying to figure out... Let's go ahead. What do you mean I haven't received any stamps yet? I just had some. Do I just not have any... Let's not have any of that type. What is that? Oh, okay. Part of me kind of want to catch that, so I don't have to re-evolve that, but at the same time, I already have one. Ooh. Can I actually catch this Bronzong? Or is it too high level? Damn! Okay. This is one of my only complaints about the game, is this shit right here. It's Pokemon coming out that are too strong for me to catch, but also that I can't run from. So it's kind of this catch-22. And this bothers me a little bit. Because I don't want to fight it. I'm not interested in the combat against it. I wanted to catch it. I'm also... So I'm guessing the Wild Zone changes pokes that are available. Okay, this is suspicious. What is this? Okay, why is there a bunch of Pokeballs here? Why is there a bunch of shit here? Is this not... This is not the Mossy Stone? I guess. Oh, hey, that's sweet. So I'm still trying to route in my head, because if I get an early Corvus, right? So if I get an early... So if I choose Sobble... Perfect. If I choose Sobble, that takes out the... Sobble takes out the Fire Gym really easily. Early Corvus that levels up takes out the Grass Gym. And the Water Gym... Corvus can deal with as well. If there's a Fighting Gym, Corvus has it taken care of. Its body gives off a sweet, fruity scent that is extremely appetizing to bird Pokemon. And as I said, I haven't seen... I've only seen one in-game trade so far. You know what, let's get those down. I've only seen one in-game trade so far, and it was for the Squirrel. And while I really liked the Squirrel once it got Body Slam, I really didn't like the Squirrel prior to that. Probably just gonna kill it, right? Yeah. Kind of expected as much. So the problem is Sobble's stats are made for a speed run, but the first two gyms are not conducive to using Sobble. I'm gonna gauge this and see if I can catch it. Okay, I can. Cool. This will prevent me from having to actually level one up. Level 30 plus, please. Yeah! Okay, go. That's the problem. So the first gym is grass, and obviously grass does not, you know, you don't want to lead with a water poke in grass. So, first gym is grass, second gym is water, and water versus water, you know, we're not getting much out of that. Third gym is fire. Fire is good. We like fire. We know there's a fairy-type gym. Which, you know, okay, big deal. That's not gonna do much for me. I'm trying to remember when, during the introduction cutscene, what other types there were. But I'm thinking, just with how freaking strong Corvusquire has come off as, I'm very strongly thinking it's going to be my main. At least for a while. Ow. Is that a crit? That looked like... No, that was a defense fault. That's right, my defense is -1 right now. Now it's -2. It's going to flop again. Damn. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Sure. I still don't know why the rival mains Wooloo. Okay. So there's Zigzagoon. Now, I know Zigzagoon has a third evolution, I just don't know how you get it. Use its long tongue to taunt opponents. Once its opponent is enraged, this Pokemon hurls itself at the opponent, tackling them forcefully. So, part of me wants to hold Zigzagoon in my party for a while, in the hopes that we get that third evolution by level. But a lot of me is thinking that it's probably not level-based, it's probably something else. So I'm gonna put it back in here for a bit, and I'll review it later. Obstagoon, okay. Yeah, I remember the leak on it, or the reveal on it. And I didn't really focus much on it at the time. Okay. You are 52? Oh, nice. Okay, so can't evolve that, can't evolve that. You I can evolve now, so let's go ahead and do that, because I do have a shiny stone on me. Where is a shiny stone? Other item? Yeah, other items. I'm very glad that the animation is a lot shorter. I know Wonder Girl was not as happy about it, but especially like when you're trying to do like a catch-em-all or like a living Pokedex, those shinies take forever. Body Secrets. Yeah, I was watching when Gene Simmons responded to it. Body Secrets oils. This Pokemon spreads over its nest as a coating corrected from dust. Gino will not even tolerate a speck of the stuff. Yeah, I don't have... Okay, so I don't have a grass stone or a leaf stone. So I can't evolve... I mean, they don't have to ask. That's not how that works. Okay, we'll go ahead and do a bounce. Sweet. We'll level that up. Let me, No, I can't fly back here is the thing. But I think... Oh, no, I can. Cool. I can fly to the bridge field. Okay, useful. Let's fly back. I wonder, does bounce sweet... I wonder if it would have learned stomp by now. No, I don't need a raid nickname. Thank you. That's all I need. What I need you to do is to... Ooh. That's new. Okay, remember move. They could have tried to fight it, but I think there's enough there that Game Freak could have... That, you know, resemblance would have not been enough. I'm curious, but... Okay, can it learn Stomp? It can't. Okay, so it doesn't have the ability to learn Stomp yet. Okay. That's literally the reason why I came back here. I mean, it probably would have been nice if Game Freak had said something like that. But, yeah, its makeup can be really close, but if it's unique enough, it would be really hard for Kiss to make an argument, is my understanding. Okay, so this is where it puts me. Okay. Like, it's kind of like that thing, like, Weird Al makes a point of asking people if they're okay with him doing a parody of it, but parody doesn't have to ask. It's not required. That's one of the things that is actively protected. I am reasonably certain there is a Beatles-themed Pokemon in here somewhere. Couldn't tell you where it is, but reasonably certain we'll see one somewhere. But why does it have to be one man? Why can't it be multiple? It's actually reasonably difficult to see what some of these Pokemon are, given how short they are. Do I want to grab another Golurk? Or Golem? Whatever it's called. Golett. I mean, I think the big problem with a Beatles-themed Pokemon is that... Okay. A Beatles-themed Pokemon is kind of hard to pull off, because what do you name it? Like, there's only so many things you can do to reference the Beatles. There's the name, but it's really hard to just, like, have a bug-themed Pokemon called Beetle, you know... God damn it. You have a bug-themed Pokemon called Beetle something, right? Because it's just a bug. Like, it doesn't really do anything. The big thing you'd probably use to reference the Beatles is the haircut. And then it could be like a bug with a haircut. But that's kind of, I think, the big... What is that? Oh, hey, it's another one of these things. Okay. I'll get another one of these things. Because I'm certain this has at least one episode. So there will probably be a Pokemon in here with a Beatles like bowl cut. Could be a legendary. I mean, it could be a like a Zorua style, or what it is, Zeraora, or whatever. The last one from freaking Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Zeraora, or whatever it's called. It could be that style that we'll only see it when it's like released on Mystery Gift. Hey, Wonder Girl. I think it's like Zeraora. Of course you're paralyzed. Of course you are. Of course you're fully paralyzed. No, it's not Zorua. There's a completely different Pokemon called something like Zeraora. Hold on, I'll look it up. It's literally the last thing in the dex before the new ones. Yeah, Zeraora. Zeraora. Well, no, apparently it's the last one before Meltan. So I don't know what we're gonna call that. Nope, it's not Zeraora. It's Zeraora. Zeraora, something like that. It is a completely different Pokemon. It's not in that evolutionary line. It's not related at all. It just has a very close, similar name. The Thunder Kitty, yeah. Yeah, I have to go heal. Yep, that thing. Go heal. So, like... So, Zeraora is only available by Mystery Gift. Like, that's it. That's the only way you can get it, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, it was only available by event, no other way. So it is very possible that, like, there could be a Beatles reference, that Pokemon that's only available by gift. Apparently, it might be related to the Hawaiian god of thunder. So apparently there's a number of places where the references may have come from. But yeah, so, like, we may be seeing a... we may see, like, a Beatles reference directly, like, downloadable. It's really hard to say. What did I just hear? The problem is I don't know most of these cries anymore. So I have a hard time telling if it's something I still need. I don't need any of those. I know that because they're not tall enough to poke out of the grass. Okay. So what I am going to do, I want that Toxa thing, and I want it in my party. So, but to follow up on that conversation, or that line of thought base, so fair use, which is what Pokemon would be relying on if they made an argument on that. So you can quote verbatim for the purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and research, but it's not a verbatim thing. So you're also allowed transformative work, which is allowed for the purposes of parodying. And that's probably where Pokemon can, where Game Freak can get off and say, we didn't have to ask Gene Simmons because of parody. And it'd be very hard to argue that Obstagoon is not parody. What is that? That's the dog. I want that poison thing. Yeah, but references are allowed. That's the thing. You're allowed to do references in like this type of, this is the wrong Pokemon to have out for this. Let's go to Bounce. No, Bounce Sweet's also the wrong Pokemon. Let's go to Core. No, also crap, every Pokemon I have is the wrong Pokemon to fight Toxel. Crap. Let's double it. So, like, that's the thing. References are acceptable in most things. And parody is also acceptable. So, the problem with it is that if you look at something like parody, so an imitation of a style of a particular writer, artist, or genre with a deliberate exaggeration for comic effect. So, the big thing, please don't knock it out. Ah, yeah. Of course, you hit it exactly to kill. So the thing is, Obstagoon, you could probably very easily argue, is a parody of Gene Simmons. But that's the thing. It's not a... It'd actually probably be even better if Obstagoon sings. I don't know if it sings, but if it did, that would be the nail in the coffin. But if it's made for a especially comic effect, and in something like this, in a what's the word I'm looking for? In a cartoon style, it would be really easy to argue that it's meant for comic effect. You know, it'd be very, very easy to argue that it's a parody. Pokemon has been much more overt about their references in the past. As an example, I forget the name of it. The fire starter from, I think it was like Gen 3, Gen 4 of the monkey. Which, especially when it hits its third evolution, is an outright Monkey King reference. Please get caught. Dude, you're in red bar. Please get caught. Gen 4. That was my starter in question, and I can't remember its name. I'm deliberately not looking at the Pokedex right now because I don't want to spoil myself on this shit. So unfortunately, I have to rely on memory, and my memory's not that good. So what I was talking about is that parody is allowed. Infernape, that's it. Parody is allowed for this sort of thing, and, like, Infernape is a very obvious... I don't know if I necessarily say parody in this case, but it's a very obvious reference to the Monkey King. And Pokemon has been a lot more obvious about its references and shit than even Obstagoon. Like, Obstagoon is not a particularly... even a strong reference in, what is that? Oh, it's a Bounce Sweet. I'll get that. But Pokemon's been a lot more obvious about its references in the past. Like, the ones that I'll go into the Pokedex and just specifically not go beyond a certain point. But especially if you look at some of the later generation Pokemon, I was really hoping that would instant kill. You know, if you look at a lot, especially like the latest generation of Pokemon, you start to see a lot more, yeah, see, many people have told me that. I don't see the Blaziken. I can see Infernape, I can see Emboar. I have no idea who Blaziken's supposed to be. Because Blaziken doesn't match anything.